the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
It stinks.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the It Stinks TV show, podcast, and review right here on Boom Broadcasting. Yours truly, Shawn Lucas, in the driver's seat, getting you ready for another fascinating week of Big Brother. It's only been 7 days, 8 days, depending on when you watch this, 9 days if you watch it 2 days behind it, that they've been in the house. The house guests are already bickering, arguing, bumping heads. The house is starting to get small. Too many people in one building. It's starting to get small, and we mainly don't see this in Big Brother the first 2 weeks. It's mainly week 8, 9, 10 that you start to see this going. So we're already bickering now with everybody in the house, all 16 house guests. Imagine how it's going to get when we get down to 8, 6, 5, and you keep counting. And the house guests are getting tighter and tighter, and you're getting close to playing for that $750,000 grand prize reward for winning Big Brother Season 26. So much to talk about, so much to get into. First thing we're going to start with is Queen and Mackenzie got an upgrade. Go back and watch the first episode of Big Brother last week to hear more about that. 8 house guests came in on Wednesday night. They had a chance to invite a new house guest in. They didn't get the majority. It was a tie. So the new house guests did not get invited in. They found out now the ones who voted yes will be playing for upgrade. The ones who voted no will be playing for a downgrade. Same thing on Thursday night. 8 house guests in. They didn't mingle with the other 8 that was in there. Same scenario, same stipulation. They didn't vote the house guests in, Amsley. So now they found out Amsley was an AI, and the ones that voted yes will be playing for upgrade. The ones that voted no were downgrade. Queen and Mackenzie got the upgrade and the downgrade. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Chelsea and Cedric got the downgrade. So out of the things they got, Chelsea and Cedric downgrade was have to be a mascot. They were computer chip, microchip, gigabyte, memory board chip, whatever you want to call it. That's what they were. And this is where Big Brother got it right this time. Because with so much with Big Brother, you see so much gaga when it comes to this comedy stuff. And it feels like a lot of this comedy stuff is to break the scenario, to break the monopoly of how intense it is in the house when the house guests are bickering, when the house guests are fussing, when things are going wrong in the house, to kind of give some comedy. And it goes back to last year. That's why I think they did good with this one, because neither one of them could play in the HOH event #1. So when they come out as a computer chip, they said, hey, we can't play. We're just going to goofball it all the way out, not go to the extreme, but just enough to let you know. And I really like it, because one time when one of the people got eliminated, said, hey, you're not going to come give me a high five? Everybody's gave me a high five but you. Those were the things they got right. Because I go back to last season 25 when Cherie and Felicia had to be in the kayak. And whenever they said, get your kayak, the same thing with Charissa, dress up with the superhero gimmick. Whenever she had dressed up as a superhero, it just got wore out. Middle of the, first couple hours, it was funny. Go change it to your costume, save the world. The one they did late at night was like 2, 3 in the morning. Cherie, you need to change to your costume and go save the world. Somebody's trying to break into the refrigerator. So she had to do that. That was funny, but as they kept stretching it out through the whole week, you just start saying, okay, Big Brother, just like beating a dead horse. We got a laugh off of it. Let's cut it. They did good because both of them were able to use natural comedy. I could see both of them if they had to do this on the side of a street, that you would laugh because they were just, you could tell that this wasn't coached up or scripted for how to do their comedy or for their one-liners. You could tell off of both of them that they were feeding off each other. It was just pure natural comedy. That's what Big Brother has lacked over the past couple of seasons with this comedy stuff. And you see why they want to do comedy, because the comedy breaks it up. So that was good on that one. Now, Quinn and Mackenzie both got an upgrade, and I got all my notes wrote down. Quinn upgrade was the fake HOH. I'm going to get to his next, because I'm going to go with Mackenzie first. She got America's Choice. Of course, we know what America's Choice veto. America's Choice is if she takes somebody off the block, America, we can come in and pick who we want to replace that person on the block. That's a good one to have because we seen that one work with Jag last year when Matt won the superpower, took Jag off the block, and we put somebody else on the block. So that's always a good one. We fans of Big Brother, if you're new, haven't seen it. If you're old fans like me, you know this is always a good power to have in your back pocket. Some people use it like Matt did last season. Some people run it all the way through, like Jeff did about 4 or 5 seasons. He kept it and never used it. Now Quinn got the deep fake HOH. He got one that's new that we haven't had. So during the week of HOH reign that's not his, he can change the people on the block. He can spread rumors. They're going to create an AI so nobody's going to know this is him. You're going to be wondering who's doing this. He can make up a rumor saying, I heard that Kenny and Matt were colluding. I heard that Kenny and Angela were colluding. I heard that Chelsea and Cedric were colluding about something. I heard that Cedric did this. It's the deep fake HOH. This is a superpower that if anybody you want to have this one, it's Quinn. Number one, he's a super fan of the show. So we know he's going to use it. Number two, he can throw off the balance of the HOH by having the HOH scratch their head the whole week. So if you're Quinn, you're waiting to use this power when it's a HOH you don't like. And nobody will know it's you. Same thing with McKenzie. Nobody will know she'll have it. Now, we'll get the Quinn back with what he done because he revealed his superpower to the HOH for this week, which I thought was a very rookie move for somebody who's been watching this show for several seasons. But as the show progresses on, we go to the HOH game. They find out who's got it. We already talked about Cedric and Chelsea at the HOH game. So everybody's playing the HOH game. Easy HOH game, probably one of the well, take it back. Not easy because of stipulations you had to do, but not one that was very physical endurance that you had to take a lot of physicality or endurance to be able to do it. It was just playing skee ball and making sure you land on the highest number. And if you went off the board, it was automatic 0. So the team with the highest, and Big Brother always throw in stipulations. First stipulation was pick a team of 3. The last 2 people who are not on the team are automatically eliminated. So McKenzie got eliminated and Mike got eliminated. So now everybody's got a team of 3. And Angela did smart. She just took the 2 people aside and said, hey, we're on the team. You're not looking at nobody. And if your Big Brother that's smart, because nobody has formed an alliance yet. Alliances are getting started. We're talking, but we're like day 4, day 5 in. So you really haven't got those true alliances that we're going to be the barbershop, we're going to be the cookout, we're going to be superheroes. You haven't, those are old lines off old Big Brother shows. You haven't got those yet where you can say, okay, Kenny's my guy. I'm Mike. Kenny's my guy. I'm going to go team with Kenny. Then, hey, me and Kenny, we're cool with Quinn. So all of us in the alliance together, we're going to make sure we look out for each other. So they did good with that by opening up week 1 with that way. So the winning team in the first round had to eliminate a team of their choice. Did it have to be the team with the lowest score? Could have been the team with the second highest score. And I like the Big Brother do that twist because Kenny, Mike, and Quinn ended up winning the first round. They eliminated a team. And so now if you're those 3 people, you're already upset these 3 people. You go in now into the game with a little vendetta of beef because, hey, we did nothing to you guys and y'all just eliminated us. You could have picked team 2, team 3. You didn't have to pick team 4. So that gives a new narrative that Big Brother wanted. As we continue on, now you go from playing as a team that all 3 of you, whoever has the highest score amongst the 3, moves on to the 3rd round and the other 2 eliminated. So I'm going to use Kenny, Mike, and Quinn again. We just won round 1. We eliminated the team. Now, Mike has a good score. Quinn has a good score. Kenny beats them out. Kenny goes to the 3rd round, and the 2 guys he just teamed up with and worked with have now been eliminated. So as we get to the final round, you got Kenny, Leah, and Angela. And when I was watching this on Sunday evening, I said, Kenny's going to win this. And I said, Kenny had to win. Because I made a note, and I'm going to go back to why I say Kenny had to win. Angela was doing a lot on the first day. She's a super fan. I thought she was going to come in how Felicia did last year and Cherie. Older than everybody else, wiser, somebody they can look at as a mother figure that they can talk to, share game with, get advice from. And that's what Felicia and Cherie did. That's why Felicia and Cherie made it so far last season. Because they gained the trust of the younger players in the game. Come talk to me. I want to be that mother for you. I want to give you some advice. I want to talk game with you. That's why they got so far. But Angela this year, I mean, week 3, day 3, not even week 1, day 3, she's blowing everybody up. She's telling Matt, you're going to have a showmance. You know, these girls are going to be falling all over you, and you're going to be in a showmance, and I can see it coming. I've been watching Big Brother. I know what the showmance guy in the cast looks like. That's going to be you. And Matt's like, no, that ain't me. Chill. Bring it down a notch. Hey, you know, you don't blow my game up already. And Angela was smart because she saw him as a threat. Young, he looks athletic. He said during his promo that he was an athlete. He knows that he can get deep in the house. He knows a lot of HOH competition and vetoes he can win. He's confident in himself. So she's smart by planting those seeds in everybody's mind. But Matt was trying to clear it out. So Matt got cool with Kenny. They both had something in common. Both from Boston. Matt from Boston, Kenny from Boston. So they bonded on that. So when Kenny won, getting Matt to the HOH, I said, Kenny's going to win this because he's going to save Matt. Because he knows if Angela wins, she's going to put Matt on the block. And he's gone week 1. So now the guy you've been working with for the past 2 days, you're really getting to know, you're really getting a bond, is going to be on the block and probably is going to be voted out because everybody's going to see him as a threat just because he looks like an athlete. So, as we continue on, Kenny does not win. Angela wins. And I'm like, oh man, here we go. After Angela won the HOH, she kind of just went in a tipsy and just went south. I mean, just threw so much out there. And when, you know, it goes back to one of my favorite players. That was Cameron from last season. And another of my favorite players, I cannot call his name. It's going to come to me by the end of the episode. He was one. He always had the slogan, I'd rather die stand up to live on the knees rest night. Go back and find out who said it on Big Brother and let me know about it. Text me so I can shout about it. But that's one of my favorite players because he always said, week 1, throw that comp. Don't put a target on you. Now, am I saying Angela has a target? No, because we look at Angela as somebody who can't win those HOHs that's going to take endurance or take a little longevity. I don't know. I'm not trying to discredit her, but as a woman upper in age, we saw this with Felicia and Cherie last year. They couldn't win those HOH games like that. But the memory HOH games, stuff like that, they would knock them out the park. And I felt like that's where Angela's going to be at this year. The memory stuff, the questioning stuff, the comic book one. She's going to be able to knock those out the park. So, Angela's the HOH. She spit it out of control. And what do we always say about Big Brother, anything in life? When you never had power and you get it, it can go to your head. Power has gone to her head. And we'll talk about that through the live feeds in a minute. Power's gone to her head because now she's just wide open, out of control. She's talking game with everybody. She's doing what she wants to do. She's letting you know she's the HOH. Matt is a little worried. Mike is a little worried because he feels like, I'm going to be on the block. I know I'm going on the block. I know she's going to put me on the block. And, I mean, no, Matt, not Mike, Matt. I know she's going to put me on the block. So, everybody now, because she's the HOH, you don't want to be on the block. So you got to go talk game with her. When she calls you up to the room, you got to talk game. Hey, I'm not a threat. I'm on your side. Let's form an alliance. I want to work with you. I was cheering when you won. I didn't want Kenny to win. I didn't want Leah to win. I didn't want Matt to win. I wanted you to win. You won. You got to play that game talk with her and talk game. So, when she gets ready to talk game with Matt, this is where it goes downhill. Because Matt comes off very cocky, like, if you put me on the block, I will survive. Nobody in this house is going to vote me out because I'm a likable guy. Everybody likes me. I will win the house over. you won't be able to play next week. I guarantee you I will win HOH next week, and you will be out of here. I will turn this house against you. And I'm sitting there like, man, if this guy says he's been watching Big Brother, he must have been watching Big Brother, Big Brother on Pluto somewhere, Mars. Because shout out to Pluto, not to help. He's been watching. Let me reconfigure that, because you can watch Big Brother on the Pluto app, the live feeds. So let me change that. He's been watching Big Brother on Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, somewhere Uranus, because nobody in the history of Big Brother has went to the HOH, talked game with them, threatened that they will be evicted next week, because I guarantee I will win the HOH. And I'm looking like this guy right here, like, man, you are on your way out the door. Pack your bags, put him by the door. Julie, call the cab, call the Uber, because he's on his way out the door. And that's looking like, why would you even threaten me? I'm the HOH. I got to pick the nominations this week. So as we move on, we find out that Big Brother wants to change things. For the past 25 seasons, 2 people have always been on the block for eviction on eviction night. The house always votes one way. Majority of the time you saw that. You know, we did have that one year that Matt and Jag last season. You know, you see that periodically throughout the seasons where the house may say, okay, we're going to vote Shawn out tonight. Me and Mike are sitting on the block. And mouth it off with Mike, Shannon, and Carson. Okay, say we're going to vote Shawn out tonight. We're going to save the president, Mike D, tonight. But then when it's time to vote, mouth it off with Mike and Carson and say, okay, we're going to vote Mike D, but Shannon and everybody else vote me out. So they still got the majority votes. So we seen that. But Big Brother said we don't want to either have majority votes. We don't want to see that no more. We want to see people sweat. And that was the one thing they said about the show going into this season. We want to just change things up, change the narrative. In the famous words, Undisputed Era, shock the system, do something different. And that's what they did. Because not only is it 2 people on eviction night, we have 3 people on eviction night. So 3 house guests are going to be up for eviction. All 3 will get to play in the veto game, as we do. We have 2. So one of them will be able to save themselves in the veto game, or if somebody wins, they can save them in the veto game. Also, what we'll see in Big Brother now is, if I win the veto game and I save myself, and now we have to replace me with Mike D. The 2 original house guests that were on the block, the new house guest that was on the block, or the original 3 if none of them won the veto that's on the block, will have a chance to play one more game the day of eviction. And the day of eviction, whoever wins this game, which will be an AI game, they will find out right before the live eviction that Shawn won it. I automatically get to come off the block. Now the HOH has to pick somebody right there to put on the block. And Big Brother said they wanted to change it because you don't know. So we may have strategy going in to vote me out. That may be the strategy. We may have talked, y'all may have talked that all week. Shawn, you're out of here. Pack your bags. Don't forget your toothbrush. Don't forget your hat. Don't forget your Duke hat. Don't forget your 10 pounds of gold. You got to go. But Big Brother said, we're going to throw a monkey wrench in it, because now I got one more chance, even if I don't win that veto, to save myself. So let's say I win the AI game. We don't find out I won till right when it's time for live eviction, and Amazon comes and says, Shawn, you won the AI game, you've been saved, come off the block. Now the HOH has to pick somebody, so now it throws the game in a shamble, because who do you vote with now? Does the majority still go with a different person? You don't have a chance to talk game because you got to go vote now. So I like the Big Brother threw that in there because it just gives it another optical view of making the game more interesting. And that's what I said about Big Brother this season. They're taking a lot of the gaga, what we've been seeing for the past 25 seasons out, and making it better. And we see every season they try to do something different. Season 24, they did Camp Comeback when David had a chance to come back. Last season, Cameron got voted out, got to go to Camp Comeback. Well, it wasn't Camp Comeback, it was a Halloween return. He got to come back and win a game that got him back in the house. So I like that Big Brother's doing those different things. So the nominations were set. We got Lisa, Chemo, and Kenny. She said Kenny was the target. She wanted Kenny out. She saw Kenny as a threat. And I was saying to Angela, Matt just told you he's going to vote you out. He's going to win HOH and you're going to be gone. Why is he not on the block? Well, this is when we transition to the live feeds. And Big Brother this year really wants everybody, and I'm going to encourage you, if you haven't watched them, start watching. They want you to watch the live feeds on Paramount Plus, if you have that out. If you don't have Paramount Plus and not subscribe to Paramount Plus, you can watch on the Pluto app also, which Pluto is free. So plug the Pluto app and plug the Paramount Plus. So you can watch it on the app. Because the live feeds this year are going to show so much that we did not see in the show, or that doesn't make it to the show. So Angela has a meltdown with Mike right there, with Matt. I don't know why I keep saying Mike, because there's a bike in the house. She keeps having a meltdown with Matt right there at breakfast the day she wins the HOH. Just full-fledged, just goes off. And if you watch the live feeds that night, you saw her, and we said, man, either she's tripping or something ain't right. Because she was talking to her sleep, but she was practicing what she was going to say the next morning. She goes off on him. Now we find out that Matt is her target now, and the shell's not on Kenny. Well, here's the catch-22 with this right here. How can Matt be the target? He's not on the block. Once again, this is why Big Brother wants you to watch the live feeds, because things now that you would have to wait to see on the live show, you can see on the feeds. So, spoiler alert, this is not what I have to say. This is not a spoiler. This is a prediction. This is not a spoiler or prediction. It's the truth. Lisa wins the veto. So if you haven't watched Big Brother, I just spoiled it. Go watch the live feeds. Lisa wins the veto. And in the previous seasons, whoever won the veto, they didn't wear the veto necklace around their neck during the live feed because they wanted the surprise element to the fans to have to wait to watch the live show to see who won the veto. They're letting Lisa just walk around the house in the live feed with the veto necklace on. Because when I seen that, I was like, hold on. Is that by mistake? Did the producers tell her to do that? Is she going rogue? Because this never happened on Big Brother. But then when I went and read, Big Brother is encouraging you to go to the live feeds so you can see these things. So Lisa wins the veto. So we know now with Lisa winning the veto, Angela has to pick a new house guest because Lisa's coming off the block. So we know she's going to pick Matt. But here's the catch-22. They got one more game to play, the AI game. So if it's Matt, Kenny, and Chemo, if one of them are going to win the AI game, they're going to come off the block. Now another person gets to go on the block eviction night. You don't know who to vote for. It's the wild card. Now everybody can't vote the same. Big Brother's doing good, and I think this season we're seeing more. Now, the thing is with Quinn and Mackenzie, they both had those powers for 4 weeks. And like I said, I think Quinn's going to use his. I don't know. I don't see Mackenzie really using hers America's veto choice, America's vote. I don't see her using that unless it's somebody she really wants to save. Like last year, Matt really wanted to save Jag because he felt like him and Jag could work good together, which they did. They made the final two. Jag ended up winning. I mean, Jag's the first person that went from on the block, saved. He was on the block more than anybody else, saved, and making the final two to end up winning. So I thought that was good right there. But they're pressuring you to watch the live feeds. So I'm telling you, during your downtime, your spare time, go to Pluto app, go to Paramount Plus app, whichever one you have. Watch the live feeds because so much is going on in the house that it's hard to keep up with that we're not going to see on the live show. So now, our new segment before we get ready to get out of here, our new segment will be called the Tubi Movie of the Week. Every week, I'm going to go on Tubi and watch a movie. And I'm going to tell you whether to go watch it or not to watch it. And I decided to use Tubi. I could have used Peacock, could have used Paramount, could have used Amazon, could have used Netflix, everything in between, Hulu, every app in between, Disney app, everything. But I decided to go with Tubi because, you know, I think with Tubi, a lot of those movies don't make it to the mainstream app. Mainstream movie apps. So I said, hey, we'll just do Tubi. So, you know, if we watch it, maybe if a few people watch it, the people in the movie may get some royalty checks coming by the house. So, hey, that's why we chose Tubi. And Tubi's a free app. So everybody can be involved with this. This is something that we all can get involved with. We all can go do, and we can all talk about it. So, Shark Week was 2 weeks ago. Didn't do a show during short weeks because I was working on WOD. Rolled this out later on in the year, in the cinematic year for Boom Broadcasting. So I decided to go back and watch a short movie since short week was 2 weeks ago. And short week is always big for TV. So next week we'll definitely be doing something every day during short week. So the two movies I want to talk about on Tubi I watched, and there's only going to be one a week, but I decided to do two so that it will be fair. One is called Swim. And I enjoyed this movie. It had Joey Lawrence, who played in Blossom, in the movie. Had Jennifer Field, Andrew Launer, Addison Bowman. And this movie was about a family that's going on vacation in Southern California. Starts off that the house they're renting, the landlord's got some problems. They told him the house is not inhabitable for people to live in. He still rents it. A true movie, a true landlord. And there's a leak in the house. It builds up to where a big storm comes. Don't want to spoil it, but big storm comes. Shark gets in the house. The family has to figure out how to defend the shark. Shark does some damage. It's like a Jaws, but a more modern Jaws. And it was a good movie. I won't say it stink. It kept my attention. Hour and 20-minute movie. Kept my attention. And it was very good. The next one I watched was Blind Waters on Tubi. Another shark movie about a couple that is on vacation. They get stranded on a boat, stranded on the island. There's a shark that's going around the island, going around the boat, trying to get them. One of them end up getting blind in the movie, and she has to find a way to save herself and save her life and everything else. Another good movie on Tubi this week. So the two Tubi movies of the week are Blind Waters and Swim on Tubi. I recommend everybody that's watching the It Stinks podcast to go watch those movies on Tubi. Every week we're going to be doing a Tubi movie of the week. Like I said, you never know. If enough people watch some of these movies, these actors may see some royalty checks coming there. They may say, hey man, why are these royalty checks coming? We haven't seen one in 2-3 years. Then we're going to tell them, go to Boom Broadcasting, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell. So every time, whether it's It Stinks, WOD, Mouth Off with Mike on the Nightcap, Quick Hits with Shannon, Out of Pocket with Mike D, Drop the Mic on Wednesdays, all the shows we have, can't name all of them, I'm trying to name every one of them, but there's so many. All the shows we have, Carson shows, everybody's show on Boom Broadcasting, they can watch it, and then they can tell their friends to keep on subscribing to Boom Broadcasting. This is Shawn. I'm signing off. Another good week in the Big Brother house. We'll be back next week as we continue talking about Big Brother and have another Tubi movie of the week.